Hello and welcome to video number 3 of 4 Ministry Resources WordPress training. In this video, we are going to learn how to add an image to a page or a post, how to delete it if you want to, and also how to edit it. So to get started, we'll need you to log into your dashboard where I'm at right here. And again, if you don't know how to log into your dashboard, refer to video number 1. Okay, now that we're in the dashboard, let's say we want to add an image to a page. So I'm going to go to the site, again, that we're using St. Paul's site as a sample. And I want to add an image to small groups. So this is the small groups page. Spacing's a little off here, but we can fix that. And let's say we want to add an image to this page because there's no images on this page. So what we'll do is we'll go to our dashboard after we've logged in, and we go to our pages, which you should be familiar with by this time from the last video if you've watched it. And we're going to scroll through here and we're going to find the page small groups so we can add a video. Scroll down here, here it is, small groups. Click on edit, open up the page, and this is what you will see. So we have our PixGritter editor here. We're going to come over and click on the pencil to open up this page to edit. And I'd like to place a photo, depending on where you want to place it. You want to put your cursor wherever you want to place it. So say I want to add the image here on the right side of the page. Again, we can look back here and say, okay, I want to add an image here, and this is what it looks like. It's going to look a little different on the rich text editor. So I'm going to put my cursor where I want to add my image over in this corner. Then I'm going to go up here to my left-hand side of the editor and click on Add Media. And this will bring up your media library, and if you have an image that you want to use in here, of course you can just upload it here, but the image I want is not currently in the media library. So I'm going to click on Upload Files, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on Select Files, and then I'm going to find my JPEG. And note that you do need a JPEG in order to install a photo or an image. It can't be a PNG, it can't be a TIFF file, you want a JPEG. Okay, so when we find the image we want, I'm going to click on this JPEG, and here we have it. So now it loads itself into the page, and we said we want it to be justified to the right, and notice the alignment here says none. So I want it justified to the right. I'm going to change it to the right. And also I should bring to your attention, notice that the image is 1386 by 724, which is very big. And you can, if need be, depending on the situation and on the page, you can crop this image by clicking on Edit Image. But here, when you're in this display, you can actually change the size of this image by coming down here under Attach Display Settings. You can come down here, and with size you can choose what size you want. 300 by 156 is a little more reasonable for this page and seems like the right size. But again, if you wanted to edit, you can come up here and edit the image. But we'll come back to that now. Let's take a look and see how this works if I insert this image on this page. So once the image is uploaded, you come here and make sure the size that you want is selected. Make sure your alignment's in place here. And then once that's in place, click on Insert into Page. Okay, so now you see that we have an image here on the right side of the page. But also notice that the image wrapping is not the best here. Notice how this line comes over the top of the image, and I prefer that all the text be down here to the side. Now, you can try, sometimes this will work, just put your cursor where you want to move that text and hit return. But notice how it leaves a gap when I hit return, and now there's another gap. So the formatting kind of gets the formatting goes off a little bit here. So instead of using the visual tab to change this, what I am going to do is I'm going to go to the text tab. So notice these two tabs over here. One is visual, meaning it looks pretty much the way it looks on the website. But then if you go to text, we're going to look at the HTML part of this. So, and this is really the best way to get this image where you want it to be. So the image itself, you have to look here. Again, this is the JPEG, small groups. You can see when you see the .jpeg, you know the image is there. It also says image class up here. What we want to do, so this is really the whole, this part right here represents the image. And this is code. Now, you don't want to touch this. What you do want to do is you want to take this text that is wrapping over the top and you want to move it. You want to cut it out of here. Let's get this up. And then you want to put that text at the end of this image. Beginning of the image is here. You'll see it's got a caret and A, and then an href tag, which means it's a link to an image. And where it ends is where you see caret /A caret. And then notice the text continues here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that text at the end of here and the beginning of the new text here. And there we have it. So now we're going to go back to visual and see how this looks. Notice that it's all nice and aligned and wrapped around this small group's image. So once that's in there, again, let's go back here. You have these two tabs. We went to the text tab to fix this. We identified that this is the code that represents your image, and we moved the text that was on top to after this image here. And then we go back to the visual tab, and there we have it. And what we do is we'd click on save here, and then again we have to come over here to update to make sure that this image actually gets inserted, because if you don't hit update, it will go away if you navigate away from this page. Then I'm going to come back to our other tab where we have the website and the page here, and I'm going to come up on my browser and refresh that page, and let's take a look at how that looks. I like it. Looks good. Now notice that when I hover my mouse over this image, it expands, which ultimately we don't want. It's not like a gallery. So we want to come back here, and now we're going to edit an image. And this is kind of why I put it this way, just so you can see what happens when you have a link left in place for an image. And so now we're going to go back and we're going to learn how to edit this image. So we're going to go back to our edit page. Click on your pencil icon to edit. Then we're now back in our editor. We're going to click on the image, and notice it has a box around it, and it has an edit button, and it has the X is a delete if you want to delete it. So I just want to edit this image. So I'm going to come and click on the pencil here. It's going to open up a page like this. And what we want to do to, first of all, remove the link to the image, we're going to come here to link to media file. We're just going to click link to none. We don't want a link there, so it expands when you click on it. Once that is done, again, if you want to edit this image and make it small at this point, you have come and edit original. You can open that up, and you can scale the image if it's so big that even the size down images aren't good. You can actually come in here and change the scale of the image. Say you have a certain size. Say you have 500 by 436. You can actually put that in there. And when you're done with that, you'll come back here, or you'll come and save over here. Or actually, when you scale, you'll hit scale and then hit back. So now we've removed that link. And then we're going to click on update. I'm going to update here. And now we're going to come back once this finishes updating. And we're going to refresh this page. And notice that our link is gone. And we just have the small groups image. Now to delete the image, we already kind of covered this. You're going to come back, basically click on this, and you're going to click the X, and it will remove this image, which I'm going to do. I'm going to remove it. Click OK. Update. And come back here, and let's refresh and see if it has indeed been removed. And there we have it. It has been removed. So there you have it. This same process, whether you are going to post on a blog or add an image to the page, is going to be the same. So now we know how to add an image, we know how to edit an image, and we know how to delete. Thank you, and we will see you in video number 4.